All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music and the status of my channel. I know that's such an exciting topic. People are so looking forward to that. But doing it in real time for real people out there just like you and just like me. All right, I am going to promote an album in this segment. These guys are really good. This is Evolution Eden Sonic Cinema. You've got to check these guys out. They've been around for a while. They've opened up for some very good, high quality entertainment. And they themselves are good, high quality entertainment. And it's a shame that the music industry won't promote something like this. But this is melodic, hard rocking stuff for the most part. But a little bit quirky in places. They throw a few curveballs at you, and that's what is pretty cool about Evolution Eden and their album Sonic Cinema. Get your copy because it is available for purchase out there. Now, my channel, such an exciting topic, but I did learn over the weekend that something is going on. My videos, when they debut, they don't reach the audience they used to reach, even though I have 67,000 subscribers. That kind of sounds like a lot. I think it through, and there's a bunch of people probably subscribe that don't watch on a daily basis. Subscription rate isn't always a good indicator when it comes to how many people are actually on a daily basis watching the videos. There's all kinds of analytics. There's things that you can break down, but all of my numbers are just cratering. It's so depressing to watch this. And I'm just not getting the reach when the videos debut. It's just not going out to people. So again, the only thing I can do, I mean, people have said, hey, why don't you go over to Twitter with Tucker Carlson, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a Twitter presence currently. And I would have to start recruiting people to follow me on Twitter. And I'm a little concerned about that for a number of reasons. Number one, if I'm unable to reach people with just video content, who's to say that I'm going to get 500 people that want to go over to Twitter to follow me? Obviously, you've got the issue with chat bots and all kinds of things going on over there. I mean, if you've followed Neil Sean over the last couple of months, he's been dealing with these people that absolutely hate the guy and throw all kinds of things at him. And then he's got a, you can block people, but it's like whack-a-mole. And I've seen this happen in real time where you block somebody and then somebody else pops up. And you're like, okay, this guy seems like the last guy, but he's got a different name. The account was created 30 seconds ago. So you just, and you're constantly doing that. And people all day long are commenting all night long, and it just gets tedious. And obviously I've had issues in the past, and I've talked about this numerous times, where I decided to shut the thing down and say, no, I'm not going to allow people to just constantly insult and be grotesque is the word I just popped into my head, because some of it is just, it's very creative the way people are when it comes to being rude and obnoxious. It's incredible how creative they can be, almost like they're a program, right? And even if they're not a program, even if they're really good with words, it's still depressing. And I don't know if I want to go down that road. So again, I know I do this all the time and it's a broken record and I apologize for it, but Patreon right now for me is the best thing, because I've made up maybe 5 to 10% of what I've lost. That doesn't sound like a lot, because unfortunately it's not, but it's helping. It's helping. It's making me at least think that, oh, there are people out there that like what I do. They're willing to part with like $1 a month, which that's all I'm asking for. If you can do more, that's entirely up to you. There's YouTube memberships as well at $2.99 a month. And I think this is the best way to keep my channel going and keep my spirits up, because each morning I'm looking at my phone, I'm looking at YouTube Studio, and I'm like, wow, it just keeps dropping. The number of views keeps dropping. And I have a ton of videos out there. I forget how many videos I have, but I think it's in the thousands. I want to say it's in 2 or 3,000 videos or something like that out there. And so each of those videos floating around in YouTube cyberspace, they could attract somebody. Old videos that are very comical of me in the backyard or me in some weird room with a strange background. It's all good stuff. It's not the best stuff I've ever done, but it's out there. And if it works as far as you're exploring this topic and you're thinking to yourself, hey, oh, I wonder what this guy has to say about it, you know? So yeah, some of those videos are still getting some traction, but everything is just diminishing, straight line, just like a graph that you would see at a corporate board meeting when sales are down. That's what my algorithm, my analytics look like. So again, if you can help via Patreon, if you've never donated $1 a month before to anything and you think you want to continue to see me doing this, and yeah, there are other ideas. Obviously, this channel is also mirrored on 2 other platforms. One that is a very up and coming platform, begins with an R and ends with UMBLE. I look at the analytics over there, and unfortunately, on 30 views per video, which is about the average over there, there's no money to be made, even though people keep telling me that it's better over there. And what's happening too, folks, is I tend to appeal to a certain demographic, and that certain demographic does not like change. They just got used to using YouTube, or they just, you know, they're on YouTube and Facebook and maybe Twitter, and that's all they want to do. They don't want to download another app. They don't want to try to figure out how to watch me on Roku or something like that. But that is kind of the future. I mean, it's going to have to be the future if I can't get my point of view across to anybody. I would have to kind of rebuild. And it is good that I have these videos over on these other platforms, because at some point, you know, if I get to a certain income level here where it just continues to drop, there's no point in me worrying anymore. I'll put the videos out there, but I'll be telling people where else they can go to see this. So it's up to YouTube, and it's up to, it's really bad because they call this a partnership. Like, I'm a YouTube partner, but yet if they're not giving me the maximum amount of exposure, especially based on the number of subscribers I have and, you know, the history of this channel and certain things that have happened here, I really think that that is not being a good partner. And I've really lived up to my end of the bargain. There's all kinds of censorship going on, and I have tried very hard. In fact, I've worked to a point where it's almost comical how I have to avoid certain words and certain topics because of the fear that either the video is going to get blocked or taken down, or I'm going to get some kind of a strike for saying certain things. As far as steering away from those controversial topics, it's an idea, but here's the problem with that. The current rock scene, the stuff that I'm interested in, is just so lame. I'm just going to be honest. It's lame. There are things to talk about. I look at so-called classic rock websites that are tied to classic rock radio stations, and they all put out the same stuff. So-and-so has a box set coming out. Ooh, you know, I mean, somebody's song might be appearing in some kind of a TV show, or you heard it in a commercial. I'm just like, okay. Don't know if that's breaking news. There are things that are going on, but it's a slow news day on most days when it comes to this music. So I interject some of the current events and things that I think are important, and some people like that and some people don't. But the trade-off is worth it to me because it gives me something to talk about each day. there's stuff to talk about when it comes to, say, the culture war, or the fact that the entire rock community walks in lockstep with the federal government on most issues, which is weird to me because those guys were supposed to be rebellious. They were supposed to do their own thing. They were supposed to be sticking it to the man, but now they are the man. So anyway, those are some observations. One last time on the plug for Patreon. I typically converse with patrons every single day. If I don't get to you right away, it's because I'm doing stuff like what I'm doing right now, or I've got other household and domestic things that I'm up to. But yeah, folks, if you can help me out $1 a month, $2 a month, if we're going to keep content like this going, where people are speaking their mind, even if you disagree with somebody, people should be pro, I want to hear what he's got to say. And if I disagree with it, then that's fine. I can go watch something else. But, you know, allowing somebody to reach his potential audience. Again, over 67,200 plus subscribers on this channel. And I'm reaching about 1,000 to 2,000 people, maybe on a good day, 3,000 on one video. Of course, when I talk about Steve Perry, that tends to break the algorithm. Again, I might be covering the hangnail, the recent Steve Perry hangnail, and Steve Perry tying his shoe when he went out for a walk. I may be covering those things. I don't know. It may come down to that. So if you start seeing those videos, you know that I've completely lost it, and that the only way to keep people watching is to cover Steve Perry, no matter what. So there you have it, folks. Thanks for watching. Here's Evolution Eden, great band, Sonic Cinema. Check them out. Good guys. Had them on the show. Should have been like 10,000 views on that video, but there wasn't. And it's too bad, because when it comes to new classic or melodic rock, most people don't care. And it's just where we're at currently. All right. See you soon.